Star Wars Jedi Knight II Jedi Outcast. This has been brought back. We are on the PlayStation 4, just the base console. And yeah, this is one of the iconic Star Wars games. I personally prefer Jedi Academy a bit more, but this is also just really a sort of iconic entry in the Star Wars series. I'm gonna blow these up. So it has been quite a long time since I played this title. You play as Kyle Katarn, and you're sent in by Mom Martha in order to basically investigate this situation. There's something about some lost Jedi thing, and I don't really want to spoil any of the story. I mean, these older titles, the narrative's not like too insanely thrown in there, but yeah, this is just like the original level, just kind of giving you an idea of how the game works. So there are a number of missions. They've removed the multiplayer, sadly, which I think would have been great in this day and age, to be able to experience the classic multiplayer, because that was always so much fun. It's still great to go back and play like Jedi Academy, or actually Outcast, also on PC, and play the multiplayer. So I am a little bit disappointed that that particular aspect of play didn't get ported over. But moving past that, I think they've actually done a very good job of bringing this game back and doing so in an interesting way. Oh, we got some more stormtroopers. So generally, I should go into settings. You do actually need to save, so just so you get an idea of just some of the options for actually tweaking how things kind of look. In defaults, and you can set that. I've turned the music off just so that I don't have any issues, and then you can change the aspect ratio too. So I'm thinking some people might like that. That's why I'm showing this off, just so you know that that is an option that's available. So you're coming in here, you're investigating. I mean, the Empire's doing their sort of thing, and you're dealing with that. So while a lot of it is gunplay oriented, I mean, there's guns, you do actually get to work your way up and become a more powerful creature. Yeah, you do get to use a lightsaber, which is pretty cool, but you're not seeing that right off the bat here. You're just trying to investigate what's going on, breaking into this sort of Imperial area. The levels are, they're linear for sure. That's just how it was, but you do get to have some freedom in how you move around. Anyways, after that little funny hiccup there, we are back into the action. So yeah, like I was saying, this is certainly a worthwhile experience. This is definitely one of those classic games that is certainly worth visiting again, or visiting for the first time, in my opinion. Definitely an interesting sort of title, and something that is still holding up well. I think it looks pretty good. We've got more enemies. There's some like fun ragdoll effects. The action is still intense. This series has some of the best lightsaber work that is available within a Star Wars game. The ragdoll effects are awesome. A lot of fun, and I really like this game. It's so much fun to play. The characters are really cool, and if you've never played the titles before, maybe you'll be like, oh, this Kyle Katarn guy, there's maybe a reason why everyone likes him and would love to see him return. Wow, I lost way too much health on that. That wasn't smart. Okay. There we go. I don't know, I just think it's quite well done. Oh, there we go, we got a checkpoint. I mean, obviously, it has aged in some ways, not as well as others. Like, the opening cinematic was kind of funny, just because it's so early 3D style. But I think it looks incredibly crisp.
Don't take all day.
Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, but I think it looks incredibly crisp. really smooth. I mean, some of the artifacting a little bit slow, and you can see in the initial opening videos that yeah, some of the cutscenes seem to be just taken from like the old school version because they are a little bit rougher around the edges, but for the most part, this does hold up very well visually, and it's just sort of epic to play again. Like, I'm sure so many people are looking at this and they're like, what is this? This is weird. We don't get, you know, Star Wars games like this anymore. And you really don't get these, like, narrative-driven sort of intense shooters. This was a fun time. We were getting tons of different types of Star Wars titles. There was always something new available. And this franchise really did last a long time. It seems like they're kind of, I don't know, almost revisiting it with the new one, the Jedi Fallen Order or whatever. Maybe the similar style, not necessarily exactly the same. But I always thought this was one series where, you know, they should have kept going with it, kept doing new things with it, because it was so interesting and it had such great lightsaber type combat in it. I mean, obviously we're not showing that right now because I'm in the early stage blasting things, but you get what I mean, right? That this was such a cool and enticing sort of experience. Kyle Katarn is done. Yeah, there we go. Although the deaths kind of are funny. You gotta remember, it has been quite a while, but it is nice to jump back in this. It feels so familiar, yet really is, you know, just an absolute treat to see in action once again. And to revisit. This is so cool. Like, I'm amazed at how well the visuals actually do hold up, considering the age of this title. It really is interesting to me. Yeah, because I mean, like, look at just the textures and the style of the world. I mean, obviously, it's not a modern title, but just for like their effort here, I can't wait to see what they're going what they're going to do when Jedi Academy also follows this one, because I have been playing Jedi Academy, you know, recently, just because it was 1X enhanced, and I'd also like to see this title particularly maybe also come to Xbox as well. I don't know if I should mention that because they were playing this on PlayStation, but I really feel that, you know, as many people as possible should be able to enjoy this experience and this sort of like epic tale.
I think I'll hang out here a while and see what kind of trouble I can cause.
Sounds good. Anyways, let's keep rolling. So there's the secondary menu. So just so you know, you can get health and stuff and other things. Oh crap! Yeah, I should probably not have the stun baton out to battle this group of stormtroopers. I wouldn't be very smart. Might get shot or something. It's very interesting AI though, because they move around quite a bit, and their deaths are so like intense and exotic. I really love it. So like I've been saying, this is just a really fun classic game, and it takes me back. It definitely does. It would be great to see them also maybe do like a remaster someday as well, of like a packaged collection of these titles. Because I've actually never played, well, I think I've played Dark Forces. I think so, from back in the day. Because you gotta remember that this actually was like a mini franchise in Star Wars. There was a lot of them. And if you like this one, and you think this one's cool, you should definitely take a look at Jedi Academy. Just because that one is even more intense. And, well, I don't know if it's more intense, but I really like what they did with that one, just in regards to the story and the narrative. And we should focus on this, but the two titles are, you know, so closely related, because Jedi Academy is like the follow-up. Do I have any more ammo for that one? Oh. the spread on the firing rate is so different than what I'm used to. But I think it does, you know, handle quite well considering its age and the style of shooter it is, still being a really fun shooter to play. Get back here. I'm going to zap you. It's just a lot of fun to be, you know, revisiting this title, seeing it again, experiencing the thrills and the action of kind of rediscovering, oh, it's a conch droid. The thrills of, you know, blasting away these stormtroopers. And it does have that iconic music. Obviously, I mentioned earlier that I had turned off the tunes so that, you know, we don't have any sort of copyright issues. But yeah, it's very interesting because you get this like really Star Wars authentic detailed environment that you get to move around in. You're kind of collecting keys, doing things, completing missions, and really uncovering a sort of secret. I think the story in this one is interesting. It's definitely different.
It's offline.
The characters
It's offline.
What?
It's offline.
It's offline. Oh no. The characters are neat. Oh jeez, I totally forgot about the turrets. I'm sorry. There's a sense of like mystery to it as well, as you try to go around and figure out what you're doing. Oh jeez. Anyways, we're gonna keep going around exploring, obviously. But yeah, it holds up. You know, that's the key thing, is that this is an experience that's still worthwhile. It's still fun. I can't wait to see what they do with the Academy next, because they also plan on doing that one apparently. Maybe I shouldn't be wasting ammo like that. I don't quite know, because I like to waste ammo. But I think it's pretty Star Wars authentic in my opinion. Well, obviously it's an expanded area that's different, and then you just really get to go around and blast things, but with the improved visuals. Well, I don't know if they're quite improved, but you know, the upscaled visuals that they've worked on. Oh, it's the little thing, I don't know what that's called. Oh, it's like a mini gonk. I don't know. Still got that sort of charm for me, in my opinion. Little Kyle Katarn thing going on. What's up, guys? This really is like sort of a first-person style game, though. I definitely do suggest that style of play for this. Just gonna go hide back in here and shoot this way, so I get a little bit of cover. Down you go, stormtrooper. Yeah, look at this. It's just, I don't know, I'm having quite a lot of fun re-exploring it. And I hope it's not really ruining anything narrative-wise by doing this. I really want to show off a good portion of it so that you understand what the gameplay is like and you get an idea of the action that is present.
Looks like an Imperial code.
New data pad instructions, that way we can continue forward. But like I always suggest, you should definitely actually save on this version of it, so that you're not losing too much progress. It depends on how intense you are with your saves and how much you want to lose and stuff like that. There are difficulty options too, I guess that's something to mention. Yeah, just so you are able to pick something that you might like, you know, easier thing. I'm just on the regular difficulty showing this off. Kyle Katarn, no! That is why we save, right? And then I'm able just to jump right back in. Alright, so we're gonna give this another roll. Hopefully we don't die, even though we got low health. Oh. You know, that container's probably gonna be pretty helpful for keeping us going a little bit more here. There we go. I think it's a really good Star Wars title. I think it's a lot of fun. I think you should experience it if you have the opportunity to. It's not really too pricey. I'd say it's definitely one of the iconic Star Wars titles, and something that was just from a fun time. And I'd love to see them continue this sort of attitude where it's like, hey, we're bringing back these titles to the modern platform so that you can enjoy them again, or you could enjoy them for the first time. Down you go. Die, Stormtrooper. Jeez, some of them are a little spongy. Get back here. And I think the combat is different than what you're used to today. It still feels good. It may not be as like super sleek and stuff, but it holds up on its own in a neat way. So yeah, I really like what they've done with this package. No! And it still does have something a little bit neat to it, a little bit of a challenge. It's something different, something cool, something fun, worth checking out.
Jan, I'm gonna need your help. There's an access terminal here, but it's encoded.